Hey, this is wraszowixu on my baby alt account, dosixuXuxi, X being the by. Um, and Locomotive Looters has been interesting today. I've done the update, so I think it was just some bug fixes. But basically, I am still silver tier on this one. I have pretty much, I think, no planeswalkers at 60 by choice. So I am playing this event as I usually do with Karn the Great Creator, which I'm so glad that Webcore did decrease the price on for tricolors and colorless walkers, because I think this guy is a good one to have started out with on this account. Of course, colorless planeswalkers are limited to what color their nodes are, but luckily, Locomotive Looters is all 5 colors allowed. So, but fun thing, because I've updated, I'm facing a bunch of level 60s, and I'm pretty sure Fire Guy is platinum. So, but I mean, that's just kind of the risk of when you update early. Yeah, that's platinum. Higher level than my main account, but I also don't grind on the main account as much as I used to. So, Locomotive Looters, it asks that you play with only common, uncommons, and rares. Though I did face somebody running like the Tyvar creature. So, the masterpiece, I won that game. So 5-1 each of these matches. Kind of a little bit of cheesing, but I'll show you. So, basically, the deck is, I only have 2 definite outlaws when they hit the board in this deck, but it does work like 3 options, because Outlaw Stitcher is kind of funky, where it will create its zombie rogue token, which does count for the objectives, before it summons itself. So if you have 3 creatures on the board and this guy's not out, you can just keep creating each of those zombie tokens each extra match that you have. So that's basically the limits to the cheesing on this, though. Silver Deputy, because I'm using Karn the Great Creator, it's useful because this is the only artifact I have in the deck. So it will always fetch this guy. And then, of course, while it's still standard, I've gone to Fairy Hero of Dominator on Hill. Dahada will last a bit longer. That is Eldraine's, at least for Puzzle Quest. It released in Dominaria in paper in the Commander decks. Vasco Relic Seeker, Ixalan Vanguard. Helpful to give the non-outlaw creatures that I have outlaw. Well, okay, it turns them into pirates, which is one of the types count as outlaws. And then I can give them double strike for, more shenanigans. And maybe in a pinch, I might actually use the 3rd ability on there. Just see those ones. I'm not sure if everyone knows Dahada's Vanguard yet. If you have 5 cards in hand when you start it off, and select 2 of this one, the second card stays on the top of the deck while all the other ones that weren't selected get destroyed. And then if you haven't used Teferi Vanguard yet, you can use the Teferi Vanguard after that, get that card. So it helps a little bit with card selection, especially if you're wanting to get like one of the cheaper costed cards in here with only like 0-1 mana left to go for it. So, Rankle and Tor brand, I got the full art when they had some like snafu go on, and they were like commenting people with, hey, here's a full art card from March of the Machines. And this guy, he has a lot of utility. I do have the regular art of this guy as well from the Dynamic Duos packs, which at the time when it was like the latest set and you get double orbs was a bit of a nice investment. Yeah, basically, when he deals combat, he has bravery. So that has him attack first, along with any other creatures that somehow get bravery. I don't have any others in this deck. And he does his abilities. Each time he deals combat damage to the opposing player, to Greg, he will ping for the number of creatures and reinforcements that you have. Just creature reinforcements. Times 2, I believe. I could, like, if you only have one creature down, like, if only he's down, he'll do 2 damage. So, actually, I could just read it. Deal X damage, where X is 2 times the number of creatures you control. Okay, including reinforcements. So it's not the weird wording where it only counts reinforcements as some cards do. And then, if in a pinch, he can also pitch whoever your last creature was. Well, pitch is probably not quite the right term. He kills it, sacrifices it, to destroy your opponent's last creature. So whoever they just last put on the board, unless, like, defense abilities like Defender or Vigilance or stuff brings it to the bottom. Paladin of Predation, I don't usually have to use. He's almost a flex card, but it's also like, with me playing at a lower rarity, usually I'm facing lower leveled health planeswalkers. In fact, just bouncing off here, Karn at this level only has 83 health. And this match might not go well because I am facing Liliana of the Veil, I believe. Sleep of the Fishes, freezing down creatures, Stroke of Midnight, destroy any vanguard, well, not any vanguards, destroy a vanguard that they have, or destroy target creature. Definitely has helped in a few points. It does give them a human token, but in some ways that does, like, block off a creature slot of theirs unless they get rid of it some other way, or if you kill it. And then kill shot, target opponent, target opposing creature gets enchanted when it attacks, destroy it, sacrifice it. Sometimes, like, I'm not sure if they've changed it, but at a point it didn't count as a kill from yourself, so could be useful in any battles where you need to kill less creatures, but you still want a way to get rid of them if exiling is not an option for you. So, yeah, I've not faced Liliana enough to know what's for sure good against her. She likes profiting off of your cards in general going to the graveyard. I believe loses life from that. So Dahada, I might use a little less, but other than that, well, we'll see how it goes. If need be on how this deck works in a less harrowing thing, I could just record another battle. So here we go. So I got a 5 match in the white down there, blue and black up there. I'll hold. Actually, wait, no. I have a 5 match. Let's see if I can get him charged up. Because I found out the Plot ability is actually kind of useful. Because then, basically, oh yeah, I didn't click on it. Okay, yeah, when it has plotted, it'll make that zombie rogue, which I think is it's a 2/2. It'll give that creature 3/2 more in power and toughness if it has the plotted emblem. So basically that's exile when it has enough mana. It's full mana, so it's gonna plot. Do I want to get the Paladin Predation down right now? I'll go with this 5 match. Oh, there's... I should be using my ability, get some more things to cast. That was another 5 match. You don't have to like me like this game. I'm trying to show a difficult battle. Okay, that white can give me that green also. So let's go for that. Alright. And then I have the Outlaw Stitcher back in my hand because it plotted. Now, Liliana, of course, could have some discard stuff, which could... Oh no, I do want... I'll hold it down, though it would be nice to be getting some of them. No 5 matches. Well, that could potentially be a 5 match, so let's at least get a little bit more to our mana gains. Because that could also... That was almost 2 spree 2. It's fun to know that there's now a term that can work for that, saying like, oh, you're running that. So I think that kills just creatures, right? Okay, any opposing card. I don't think he can do vanguards. But let's start worrying less and attacking more. So, Outlaw Stitcher, of course, made its thing first. And yeah, I'd rather get it off the battlefield. I forget if actually was it ETB or just attacks. Oh well. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, and Marchesa. Okay, it just enters the battlefield, so I'm gonna prioritize getting rid of Marchesa first. That's a white match. And white is... Oh, I guess I never showed what my abilities are at this level. I can do that next turn if I'm not dead already. Okay, so they're stirring. Okay, make things pirates. Give them not devious. What's it called? Menace. So yeah, Karn, great creator. With his first, it does fetch you the first artifact from your deck and increases your color mana bonuses. It still works even if you don't have artifacts in your deck. Not saying it fetches an artifact that isn't there, but it still lets you do the gaining a mana bonus for each of your colors. At this level, it only does 1 per each, but it's like you don't have to depend on having multicolored cards like Karn, Scion of Urza does. Or having creatures of different colors to target, whether yours or your opponent's, with the first Ugin. I forget what Ugin the Ineffable maybe might have been his title. I'd have to check again though. And then I'm not worrying about it because it's not as helpful, but it can help sometimes. Create a construct token. Then that creature gets +X. X is just the number of artifacts. I'm only running 1 artifact as a non-token card, and then the Dahada Vanguard also creates artifact tokens as the treasure tokens for each creature that you don't choose and let pitch to the graveyard. And then I have hardly ever used it. There's probably a time for it, but artifact creatures get +X and gain trample, which is the number of artifact cards you control. I think at higher levels it might count reinforcements also. But yeah, that is a black match that can give me red Is that optimal? But it at least takes away colors of hers. Oh, and actually, it'll get me the other red match up there as well. So I'll use that. Let us... Come on. Oh, activate ability. I forget about that sometimes. I'd rather save it for when you have a creature that I really do need off the battlefield. Okay. So that I am discard with abilities. Chessa again. You know what, actually, I already have my mana bonuses. Let's actually use this. Wait, why is it 10? Oh, jeez. The permasupport gives me artifacts as gold. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, I actually don't want to get rid of that. Okay. So yeah. 5. 3 mana. It's not a card that I need. It'd been nice to probably have had a Dahada down by now. Yeah, that was the plan. I'll just go with it. And okay, so Rankle has another use in the Great Creator. Destroy another one of my creatures. What else? What else have you got? Oh, you got a 5 match. Oh, no creature? Oh, you have your third though. What is that support that you keep making? Is assassins count as outlaws, I think. Oh, you got Leyline. I'm gonna hold that. Well, it's probably just gonna have me discard it. So maybe I should just pitch it. Get rid of them having... Okay. I could do this. Am I getting... Okay, I have objectives. It's just gonna be a bit of a battle. Okay. Okay, gaining life because I have the treasures down. Gold is kind of as a treasure. Okay, that red can get me the black match. Oh, and I'm gonna need it. Let's start giving my stuff... Oh, you're not a pirate yet. Oh, sad day. Oh well. Rankle gets to hit for twice, though. And that can be all that matters. Not really all that matters. I still like Rankle. I didn't like the original Rankle, but sometimes I would use him. Okay. So they are in the kill zone if either of us triggers the locomotive. The permasupport. I'm not sure if you want a better term for that or not. And now he's out of it. Okay. Let's start making this a pirate. Do want because a pirate is free, and I don't really actually need life gain that much right now. Just better card selection. Oh, go sleep. I'd like to save it for Manchester. Let's see. It's making me lose some options for life, but are we gonna hit it? Are we gonna hit it? Yes! Permasupport! Okay, so that worked. against a level 60 platinum player and planeswalker. So yeah, it's a deck. I play a different deck on my silver and not silver, on both my platinum accounts. But I think I do keep that Outlaw Stitcher in for its shenanigans, but I didn't get to show that much this time. Trust me, like if you would cast the Outlaw Stitcher when you have 3 other creatures on the battlefield, it can create the Outlaw Stitch, the zombie rogue, and then Outlaw Stitcher stays in your hand that you can cast another time, either on a later turn or a later swap that you have for that match. So that was a pretty good video. I think I will end that there. And then Vanessa, it's finally giving me a non-level 60 Planeswalker, but it's at level 56, which is only a little bit less. Newer player, level 30, but they are platinum in their white abilities. So actually, I guess... okay, they really leaned into Sarah. Interesting. How long has it been? That's probably good.